When I first moved into the old Victorian house, I fell in love with its quirks. The creaky floors, the stained glass windows, the endless maze of rooms. It felt alive, like it had stories to tell. But one thing bothered me. The fourth door at the end of the upstairs hallway. The real estate agent hadn't mentioned it. In fact, it wasn't even on the floor plan. I only noticed it on my second night there. It was plain, unassuming, painted the same faded white as the rest of the house. The knob was cold to the touch, and when I tried turning it, it wouldn't budge. Over the next few days, I became obsessed. Every time I walked past it, I'd stop and jiggle the knob. Locked. Always locked. I considered calling a locksmith, but something about the door's silence unnerved me. One night, I decided to figure it out. Armed with a crowbar and a flashlight, I marched upstairs. As I wedged the crowbar into the frame, I felt a strange resistance, like the house itself didn't want me to continue. But with a loud crack, the lock gave way and the door creaked open. The flashlight beam revealed nothing, just an empty room. The walls were bare, the floor dusty, and the air stale. But something felt wrong. The room was colder than the rest of the house, and the shadows seemed thicker, as if they clung to the corners. I stepped inside, and that's when I noticed it. Faint marks on the floor. A circle of scuffed wood surrounded by claw-like scratches. My flashlight flickered, and for a split second I thought I saw movement. Something shifting in the shadows. I froze. The air was heavy now, pressing against my chest. And I could hear a faint sound, like whispers, just on the edge of my hearing. Then the door slammed shut. I spun around and yanked at the handle, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices speaking over each other. Why did you open it? You weren't supposed to see. It's too late now. The shadows surged toward me, and I felt cold fingers brush against my neck. The flashlight died completely, plunging me into darkness. I don't remember how I got out. One moment I was screaming, clawing at the door, and the next I was lying on the hallway floor. The door was shut, locked tight, as if nothing had happened. I tried to leave the house the next day, but I can't. Every time I reach the front door, I find myself back in the upstairs hallway, staring at the fourth door. It's always waiting, and every night I hear it creak open on its own.